have them sponsored this weekend by Rock Valley Tractor Parts. Rock Valley Tractor Parts came on board for our 2021 Thunder in the Valley as the class sponsor for our diesel super stock tractors. If you have not downloaded the new Outlaw app, what are you waiting for? It's free.
Leroy, I've got it. You've got it. Josh has got it. Who here doesn't have it? Rodney's got it. Lori's got it. Anybody that's an outlaw or is associated with Outlaws has got the Outlaw app. It's totally free. It's got all the information you need to know about pulls next week, next month. At the end of the season, it's got information pertaining to the pool going on right now as it's happening. The Outlaw app, it's totally free. Get it today on the Google Play Store.
All right, Taylor Van Beek will be our option puller. If we determine we have that rock sled set as is, Taylor can take that hook, come back immediately, or drop the sixth. All right, from right here in Rock Valley, Iowa, extreme pleasure, Mr. Taylor Van Beek.
Couldn't keep all those turbos lit, Leroy. Couldn't keep them spooled up.
Well, we have a distance for Taylor. We're waiting to see if he's going to accept that hook or if he's going to exercise his option.
A lot of pressure going into that motor on these diesel super stocks. We've got Alan Ulmer back to the sled. Got to make this pass count out of Minnow, South Dakota. Midnight Mistress.
Over on the east side, Taylor Van Beek is going to exercise his option. He has turned that hook down, so he will drop and come back in the number 6 position.
Alan Ulmer not going to get it to go down the track tonight. Give him a round of applause. Some more tinkering, some more adjusting with that tractor tonight and tomorrow to get it run tomorrow.
On the east side, back in black from Sac City, Iowa, Troy Arndt. No official distance yet. We had one puller, Taylor Van Beek. He was our option puller, exercised his option. Once again, thanks to Rock Valley Tractor Parts being the class sponsor for our diesel super stocks this weekend.
All right, on the diesel super side, or on the unlimited super side. This is Gary Whip. Gary is in his 51st year of pulling here in 2021. The man has been around the sport and pulling for 51 years. Out of Frankfort, South Dakota. John Deere. calls it Deer Fever. New Holland is in the lead. Brian Bowles and Alter Ego sits atop the class right now. How many John Deere fans we got here tonight in Rock Valley? Help him out. Gary Whip, Deer Fever. We have seen a lot of upset tractors over here in this unlimited super side here tonight. Gary Whip having some troubles. Obviously did not break 100 foot, so he does get one more shot.
We have made a adjustment to the weight transfer device on the east side to the rock sled. So we are going to totally restart our diesel super stock class, which means Taylor Van Beek will not be coming back sixth. He will drop to the bottom of the class. Here comes Troy Arndt, back in black from Sac City, Iowa.
Need a pull off on the pit side track. Oh, a lot of flame coming out from underneath that sheet metal. Don't see any flames at this point, but I did see one burst of flame. We'll watch the replay on that one.
We will need a pull-off vehicle over on the east side for Troy Arndt, please.
The Gary Whip and Deer Fever will be coming back last in this class. He did not break 100-foot mark. We'll give him one more shot. He's going to drop to the last position. Still obviously some flames under the hood of that MX240 Case IH diesel super. So watch that replay screen here. You'll see a big belch of flames come out from underneath the sheet metal. Watch the replay, ladies and gentlemen. There's the flames. Some come out the stack as well.
Okay, over on the east side, back in black, Troy Arndt, 214 and 42, 214 feet, 0.42 for back in black.
Next tractor, Unlimited Superstock side. Lauren Paulson out of Coleridge, Nebraska. Tractor called the Deer Commander. At this point, with just a few tractors to go, Brian Bowles trying to get past just a few more tractors to get his second win of 2021. This Case IH Thunder the Dirt Outlaw Pulling Series. John Deere once again taking a shot at the New Holland tractor. Lauren Paulson, Coleridge, Nebraska, the Deere Commander. And more troubles plaguing this unlimited super stock class. Looks like he did get past that 100-foot mark before pulling back on the throttle. So that distance will be the one that goes down officially in the books.
On the east side, Bruce Barfneck, just one more, Delano, Minnesota. 2:14 and 42 is the distance to beat over on the east track. Here comes just one more from the land of 10,000 lakes. Bruce Barfneck.
Rock Valley, Iowa, you better put your hands together for that pass. That was a good run by that international. He got to walking from one tire to the other. It got a little hairy there towards the end of the run.
But the new distance to beat over there, 318.01. Beautiful pass, 318 feet, .01 for Bruce Barfneck. Just one more out of Delano, Minnesota.
Yeah, Bruce taking a rough ride there, especially towards the end of that pass, Leroy. If you watch that replay, it got to walking, and that was a pretty rough ride for him. Sticking with the green tractors over here on the pit side, Unlimited Super Stocks. Frank Ballboy, Green Lightning, the name of this tractor. He's out of Howes, Nebraska. 291.77, the lead distance. Frank Ballboy getting after that John Deere. Going to come up short, it looks, from my vantage point. But a good pass nonetheless for the Green Lightning machine out of Nebraska. .273.68 moves him into the number 3 spot right behind Elmer Haug. Give Frank Ballboy a round of applause.
On our diesel super stock sled, the Little Rooster from Lucerne, Missouri, Michael Rhodes. And once again, the new distance to beat over on the east side, 318.01, courtesy of Bruce Barfneck. Just one more out of Delano, Minnesota. Folks, wanted to let you know, Schaefer's Lubricants, it's the official lubricant of the Outlaw Truck and Tractor pulling season. Schaefer's Lubricants are designed with high-quality base oils and an additive package designed to make every pulling vehicle keep its cool better while producing more power and reducing wear. Stay on the track, run faster, cooler with Schaefer Lubricants.
Just got word that the Deer Fever machine will not make it back. That tractor is broke.
All right, green light on the rock sled. Green flag from our track officials. Michael Rhodes. Michael Rhodes, the Little Rooster, Lucerne, Missouri, on our diesel super stocks. looking to go 3:18 and change to take that lead. Right there for the Case IH 7230 out of the Show Me State.
All right, we need Brian Bowles, Mr. Brian Bowles to the winner's circle. At the end of the track, Brian Bowles, the Alter Ego Machine, going to be your winner of the Unlimited Superstock class. A lot of broken tractors in this Unlimited Super Division tonight. Check out the big screen, ladies and gentlemen. You all are on TV tonight. Outlaw Pulling TV. If you got friends or family, relatives that couldn't make the show tonight, regardless of what that reason might be, they might be out of state, might not be able to make it for health reasons, might be serving in the military. Give them a call, send them a text, tell them they can watch live right here along with us at outlawpulling.tv. Leroy, you got a Kansas tractor, I believe, over there on your side, buddy.
Yeah, absolutely. Before we introduce the Mini Mo, let's give the distance for Michael Rhodes. The Little Rooster goes 256 and 42, 256 feet, .42. All right, where are our Minneapolis Moline fans here in Rock Valley? Do we have any Mini Mo fans here this weekend? Backing in the sled, Doug Meisinger was Scrappy from Goodland, Kansas. Just one more continues to lead at 3:18.01. All right, the Mini Mo, Scrappy, Doug Meisinger.
A lot of liquid coming out of the grill on that tractor.
Yeah. He's trying to get in excess of 318. And Scrappy, Doug Meisinger, he goes 312.42, 312 feet, .42. Good enough to put him into the number 2 spot. 312 feet, .42 for the Minneapolis Moline out of Goodland, Kansas. Scrappy, Doug Meisinger. Next up, we'll be looking for Scott Frankie out of Palmer, Iowa. with the Case IH MX 170.
Hey, if everybody will give me your attention down here at the Thunder in the Valley presentation stand, we've got Mr. Brian Bowles from the Alter Ego Tractor down here getting his picture taken. Brian was the winner of that Superstock class. Brian, that seemed like an awful tough class tonight. A lot of guys had problems. What did you guys do to keep everything together for you this evening?
Oh, maybe a little bit of luck. That was about as hard a pulling track as you ever want to get on. It took a ton of horsepower.
Well, we're sure glad you got the win. One step closer to that Rock Award. Got the crew here with you. Anybody else you need to give a quick shout out to for helping you get here this evening?
The guys out at Mondovi, Wisconsin, the Mondovi Tractor Gang, I couldn't be here without them. They built me a good tractor.
Well, on behalf of the Outlaws, Thunder in the Valley, and Case IH, congratulations on the win tonight. Look forward to tomorrow to see what you can do.
It was an honor to pull here.
Thank you, Brian.
Want to thank EcoTuning.com. EcoTuning, the useful power, your diesel tuning specialist for more power using less fuel. Contact EcoTuning.com, your diesel tuning specialist. All right, we're about to get rowdy here now, Rock Valley, Iowa. 7,400-pound modified tractors. First puller out of the Lone Star State. Mr. Don Nelson out of Cat Spring, Texas. Tractor's called the Twisted Whip. Those are twin Chrysler Hemis sitting out front. 1471 root style superchargers, burning gobs of methanol, VP methanol, pumping into those Chrysler Hemis, putting out about 2,800 horsepower apiece, about 5,600 horsepower, sitting out there on the front of that 7,400-pound tractor. Track is taking some power tonight. Don Nelson setting the pace in the modified tractor division with the Twisted Whip. .88 feet, 305.88 for Donald Nelson and the Twisted Whip out of Cat Spring, Texas.
On our east sled, Scott Frankie, Palmer, Iowa, Case IH MX 170. 318.01 continues to be the mark to beat. Eight tractors in this class, 4 down, 4 to go. All right, green light on the sled, green flag from our track officials. Here comes Scott Frankie.
Oh, getting those big turbos spooled up. Get ready. Let's build some boost and turn it loose. Scott Frankie. Well, he got them spooled up. They couldn't keep them spooled up, Leroy.
You know, he did get out of the throttle, did get stopped before that 100-foot mark. Well, I see him taking off his safety equipment, taking off his neck brace.
I'll tell you one thing they're facing out there on that other track in particular I've noticed tonight is a lot of traction. I don't think a lot of these bullers expected that much traction in that track. A lot of bite on that track over there with the rock sled.
We are going to measure him where he's at, and he tells us he will not be able to come back. So 1:03.62, 103 feet and 62 for Scott Frankie. Palmer, Iowa, in that case, IHMX 170. I think, was that his first time down the track this year, Ron? I think that was his maiden voyage for 2021.
Next modified tractor coming up, running 3 blown big block Chevrolets out of Albuquerque, New Mexico. With an 871 supercharger on each. Sonny Martinez spots the sled on the far right side. This man uses a foot throttle. Very rare in the sport of truck and tractor pulling. Most pullers use a hand throttle. Sonny Martinez runs a modified tractor and a super modified 2-wheel drive, and he runs a foot throttle on each of those machines. Got to beat 305.88 to get past the man from Texas. Albuquerque, New Mexico, the Mex I Can of Sonny Martinez. Sonny Martinez flogging those Chevrolets, not going to get past the Hemis of Donald Nelson. Had to beat 305.88. He goes 286 or 268.09, 268.09 with a Mex I Can machine out of Albuquerque.
All right, the tractor coming out. Farnhamville, Iowa. Yes, indeed, our 2020 points champion, Matt Goodwin, the Intimidator.
I'm told that he's a Superman fan. Got a thing for Superman collectibles and such.
Did the rock sled get him stopped, or did he see that sand pile coming out of it and get out of the throttle? What a beautiful pass there from Matt Goodwin, our 2020 points champion. Now, when you hear an announcer say he took the lead with authority, how about 394 feet, .05394 and 05, Matt Goodwin and the Intimidator. That might be the pass of the weekend, folks.
Jeff Paulson coming out of Ogden, Iowa. Similar combination that we just saw go down the track with Sonny Martinez. 3 supercharged big block Chevrolets, all burning VP methanol, VP Racing Fuels, the official fuel of the Outlaws. The twin Hemis of Donald Nelson still sitting on top of the class in the number 1 spot. Chevrolet fans, help him out. Have not seen this tractor pull yet this season. Towards the end of last season, he had it running really good. Jeff Paulson, Ogden, Iowa, running on empty. Had a little trouble keeping the tractor straight. One of the motors not fully cooperating here at about the 150, 200 foot mark. Heard some miss. A couple of misses coming out of one of those big block Chevrolets. Going to come up well short of the distance set by the Twisted Whip. .243.27 feet for Jeff Paulson.
On our diesel Superstock sled, Tyler Beckman, Waverly, Iowa, and Born Green, John Deere 4560. On his tonight, Irving sitting number 2 in points for our 2021 mowing season. He finished number 2 in points last year at the conclusion of our season. This was our 3rd place tractor at Dubuque, Iowa when we started our year. Last time we saw these tractors out on the track was over in Manila, Iowa. He was our runner-up that evening. Gonna need to lay down a monster pass to take that lead. Matt Goodwin currently leads 394.05. Here comes Tyler Beckman. Born Green out of Waverly, Iowa. Right there for Born Green, Tyler Beckman out of Waverly, Iowa. Trying to move up into that number 2 spot. Let's see here where he ends up. 304.66, 304 feet, .66. That'll move him into the number 4 spot with 1 tractor to go in our diesel super stocks. Then we will move 3rd class of the night, our light limited pro stocks.
Craig Ulmer out of Larchwood, Iowa. Tractor called Sweet Pain. Former Outlaw Points champion in the 7,400-pound modified division. 3 supercharged big block Chevrolets, each one stair step. Each motor has its own clutch. All going back to 1 gearbox before going to the rear end. The Ulmers were working on this tractor last night. They just got it wrapped up, got the engines back together last night about 9:30 p.m. Got loaded up and brought it out here to Rock Valley this morning. Former Outlaw Points champion. Finished third here in this Friday night session last year. This tractor is a thorn in the side of the twin Chrysler Hemis. These Chevrolets, Craig Ulmer, will be merciless on those supercharged big block Chevrolets. Sweet Pain. Give him a round of applause. Sweet Pain, and that is a sweet sound. Those triple Chevrolets singing a tune coming down the track. Had to beat 305.88 feet. Sweet Pain goes 298.22. Good enough for the number 2 spot at this point in the class. 298.22 for Craig Ulmer and Sweet Pain.
And on our east side, our final puller in the class, we saw him earlier in the class before we had sled. We are talking about Taylor Van Beek in Extreme Pleasure from right here in Rock Valley. This is our current points leader for the 2021 polling season. Taylor was our winner in Manila, Iowa. He's going to need a special pass to take the win tonight. 394.05, Matt Goodwin. Current leader, the Intimidator. All right, final puller for our diesel super stocks. Extreme Pleasure, Taylor Van Beek, right here in Rock Valley, Iowa. Now, since we restarted the class, his first hook was null and void. So each competitor gets the opportunity to move that sled past the 100-foot mark. So we are going to pull Taylor back to the start line. That was opportunity number 1. So wherever he gets stopped or the rock sled gets him stopped, that's where we're going to measure him at.
Doggone it. You seen him let out on the clutch a little bit just to get a little more heat in it. Got those turbos spooled up. Not quite enough. Couldn't keep them spinning. You know he's disappointed. Not going to be happy with that pass.
176 feet, 0.05. 176 and 0.5 for Taylor Van Beek.
Need a pull off on the track. Need a pull off on the diesel super side. Modified tractors, you're looking at a turbine, a helicopter turbine out of a Chinook helicopter. Chinook has 2 of these power plants on them. T55 Lycoming turbine power plant. Kyle Petch, he's out of Milford, Nebraska. Running a Pobar tube chassis. Currently 8th in outlaw points. Best finish here was in 2019. He finished 4th in the Friday night session. Get ready. Runway number 1 cleared for takeoff. Kyle Petch out of Milford, Nebraska. Thermal Thunder. Good run for Kyle Petch. Gonna come up short. One thing I noticed is right before he came to a stop, that right rear tire almost came to a complete stop itself. This track is taking some power here tonight in Rock Valley, Iowa. Kyle Petch and Thermal Thunder goes 264.05 feet, 264.05, puts him in the number 4 spot.
All right, our class that just completed over on the east side, our diesel super stocks, 8 of them here tonight. 8th place, Scott Frankie. Number 7, Extreme Pleasure, Taylor Van Beek. Number 6, Troy Arndt, back in black, and now our top 5. 5th place goes to the Little Rooster, Michael Rhodes, goes 256 and 42. 4th place, Tyler Beckman with Born Green, 304.66. 3rd place at Minneapolis Moline, a scrappy. Doug Meisinger goes 312 and 42. Bruce Barfnick, he was our runner-up, just one more, 318.01. And our winner, he was our points champion for 2020. He's our winner here at Rock Valley this evening with a monster pass of 394.05. The Intimidator, Matt Goodwin. And Matt is down and he's trackside with our Josh Runyon. Josh, down to you.
Well, I'm down here with Matt Goodwin at the Rock Valley Winner's Circle. Matt, you're no stranger to this place. I wasn't sure you was going to get it done. You just barely edged out that other rig by about 70 feet. So, you know, we always want to know what through a puller's mind. And with a pass like that, I can't imagine much. But if you had to go back and run it again, would you do anything at all differently?
I don't think so. I don't think so.
Had the perfect setup on it, Matt. Congratulations on the win here tonight. Be shooting for the Rock Award tomorrow. So it's going to be a big weekend. Hopefully we can see what you do tomorrow and maybe take home some more hardware.
Sure. I want to thank everybody for coming out. Thank all the sponsors. Love coming to Rock Valley. Great place.
Thank you, Ron. Leroy, back to you.
Yeah, monster pass is an understatement. Isn't that hook? He actually pulled back on the throttle. Want to thank VP Racing Fuels, the official racing fuel of the Outlaws. Every single vehicle going down the track here this weekend and any weekend where the Outlaws are pulling, all those vehicles are powered by VP Racing Fuels. It is the spec fuel of the Outlaws. Check out VP Racing Fuel products for your street vehicle at vpracingfuels.com.
And we also want to thank Rock Valley Tractor Parts. They were the class sponsor for the diesel super stock class that just completed on our East track. Now we're ready for our light limited pro stocks. 24 of them here tonight. Our light limited pro stocks sponsored by Dual Contracting. Dual Contracting. Denny Grote, he will be our first puller. Crazy 8 out of Dunlap, Iowa. And that's how we start our light limited pro stocks. Denny Grote, Crazy 8, Dunlap, Iowa.
All right, we're right in the middle of this Van Z equipment modified. Van Z Enterprises Modified Tractor Division. Van Z Enterprises, the official sponsor of this modified tractor class here tonight at Rock Valley, Iowa. Former Outlaw Points champion. Now, these are twin Hemis on this tractor. A little different setup. The back motor is faced the opposite direction. Both motors feed into a gearbox in between the engines. That back motor is facing the driver. Tractor's called A Lot of Dirt. He's out of Edmond, Oklahoma, Justin Guyon. Justin Justin Gallion out of Edmond, Oklahoma, trying to get past the man from Texas, Donald Nelson, sitting in the lead at 305.88. The Excavator from Edmond, Oklahoma, tractor called Lot of Dirt, twin Hemis.
Over on our east side for our light limited pro stocks, our option puller has decided not to exercise his option. He's going to keep that hook. Danny Grote with Crazy 8 goes 327.83, 327.83 on the east side. So we're official on our light limited pro stock sled. Backing in the sled right now, currently sitting number 3 in points for our 2021 pulling season, the Demon Deer, Mark Wiggins. Mark Wiggins from Prairie City, Iowa. He was our Saturday night winner at our 2-day event in Ravenna, Nebraska. The Demon Deer took home a 3rd place on Friday night and was our winner on Saturday night in Ravenna, Nebraska. Currently sitting number 3 in points. Mark Wiggins, the Demon Deer, Prairie City, Iowa.
You know, one thing I think we might see tomorrow, I think these drivers are going to wait and see what the weather does, but I think you might see some gear changes on Saturday if this track holds up like it is right now into tomorrow night.
And Mark Wiggins goes 298.78. The Demon Deer lays down a pass of 298 feet, 0.78 over on the east side.
Justin Gallion, the Lot of Dirt modified tractor, moves into the number 3 spot at 297.39, 297.39. This man has been pulling for as long as I can remember. Wayne Longnecker, very famous for running aircraft engines. He ran Allison's, V12 Allison's. He ran twin V12 Allison's. He ran an Allison and a half an Allison. An Allison V12 cut in half, along with a full V12 Allison. He ran the Rolls-Royce Griffin engine for years. Before that tractor got sold and went to Texas, he came out in 2019 with the River Rat twin Hemi version and won the points here with the Outlaws. This tractor has been fighting him this season, trying to rein this thing in and get it figured out and try to build on that success he had in 2019 when he won the whole points championship in the modified tractor division. Has to beat 305.88. Wayne Longnecker out of Cambridge, Iowa, the River Rat. Looks to be close. Has to be 305.88. Wayne Longnecker moves into the number 2 spot with that hook, 300.31 feet, 300.31. The number 2 spot.
And on the east side from Minnow, South Dakota, Kyle Stepanek with Toxic on our light limited pro stock class. This is the first time that Kyle is hooking with the Outlaws in our 2021 season. He was here last year, took home a 4th place in our first session and an 8th place in our second session. And tonight he goes 295 feet, 0.56, 295.56. Puts him in the number 3 spot. Frosted Frog Coolers and Tumblers, one of our official sponsors of our Outlaw Truck and Tractor Pulling season. They have roto-molded coolers, vacuum insulated tumblers, and also apparel. Locally owned, locally operated. Frosted Frog Coolers and Tumblers. You can find them on the web at frostedfrog.com. Also look them up on Facebook.
At Frosted Frog, our mission is to offer quality, durable, reasonably priced coolers suitable for any occasion. They come in a variety of sizes that are perfect for everything, from vacations, social gatherings, and fun summer events, to the toughest conditions of a hard day's work. So stay frosty by visiting our website, www.frostedfrog.com, and choose from the great variety of colors and sizes we carry.
This man coming off a win just 2 weeks ago in Whitewright, Texas. This tractor is not even a year old. This is the brand new Cotton Candy. Cameron Neves out of McAdoo, Texas. Cotton farmers. His former tractor with the same name ran 3 supercharged big block Chevys. Cameron decided to make the change last season to go to the twin Hemi setup. Wants to build some momentum off of that win. His last hook was a win in Whitewright, Texas, the Outlaw hook down there 2 weeks ago. 305.88. Got to get past his fellow Texan, Donald Nelson, to move into the lead. Out of McAdoo, Texas, Cameron Neves, Cotton Candy. Rock Valley, Iowa, make some noise. Cameron Neves on a mission. With the Cotton Candy, he just flew by the mark set by Donald Nelson. Put the Cotton Candy machine in the number 1 spot. Wow, what a pass. Had to beat 305.88.
And on the east side, a John Deere 7810 out of Dune, Iowa, Mark Van Manen. Mark Van Manen, John Deere 7810 on our light limited pro stock class. And Mark goes 265 feet, 0.18, 265 and 18. Now, on our light limited pro stock class, 8,500 pounds maximum, 8,500 pounds. These are all ag chassis, no component chassis in that class, 466 cubic inches, no intercoolers, no aftercoolers. They run 24/5/32 tires. Speaking of Frosted Frog, We have the Frosted Frog here in person. He's out on the track.
Yeah, he hasn't even started drinking yet. The Frosted Frog himself. Don't hurt yourself. Don't hurt yourself, Froggy. Easy. Oh, boy. Oh, do we have EMTs on standby here? One. That's how the drill sergeants do if you're not doing them correctly. Those look pretty good. Oh, he was dipping a little bit. He's winded. Everybody give a round of applause for Froggy out there.
I don't know about y'all up there. I want to see that frog doing the worm before he gets all the way down through there.
Hey, what's wrong with your feet there, Froggy? Want to go back to the modified tractors here. Cameron Neves, the cotton candy, had to beat 305.88. He went 331.53 for the lead with one tractor to go. Interesting setup here. Cameron beat out Donald Nelson on his number one tractor, the Twisted Whip, which is the points champion from last season, by the way. This is Donald Nelson on his second machine. This is the Texas Bullwhip. Very interesting power plant on this machine. This is an international DT 466 inline 6-cylinder power plant. Heavily modified to run on methanol. He's running 3 turbochargers. This thing is a monster. Now he's got the opportunity to get past the man that just put his number one points winning tractor in the number 2 spot. He is the last puller in the class. This is Donald Nelson out of Cat Spring, Texas, the Texas Bullwhip. Not going to do it. Got into some soft stuff over there on the left side. It looked like unsettled the tractor. Going to come up short. Cameron Neves. Going to get 2 wins in a row here with the Outlaws on the cotton candy machine.
Meanwhile, on our east side, Randy Gyra, underrated number 2 at Pawnee, Nebraska. He's looking to go in excess of 327 and 83, courtesy of Denny Grote and the Crazy 8. Yeah, he was trying some new real estate over here on the right side of the track, trying to get a new bike. On the east side, Randy Gyra, underrated number 2 from Pawnee, Nebraska, goes 278.84. 2, 7, 8, and 84, which will put him into the number 4 spot.
Off-road belts. Check them out at offroadbelts.com. Off-road belts can supply you with any belt to fit your lawnmower all the way up to your combine and anything in between, including your vacuum cleaner or your oil rig. Off-road belts can stock your shop with belts or just send you the one belt that you need right now, right to your door. Off-road belts can serve all your belt needs, and they'll deliver them to your door. Offroadbelts.com.
If they're up here, just yell at us. Thank you.
Did somebody lose a frog? Who lost a frog? going to get run over out there on the track.
They're all coming?
All right, on the east side, folks, we are looking for Tristan Myers, rambunctious from Fawcett, Missouri. This was our 2020 Rock winner here at the last year's Thunder in the Valley. He was our Friday night winner last year. He was our runner-up on Saturday. So between the number 1 spot and the number 2 spot, that earned him the rock here at the 2020 Thunder in the Valley. Not only that, he was our points champion at the conclusion of our 2020 pulling season last year. Still looking for the first win of the 2021 season. That current VP Fuels leader flag sits at 327.83, courtesy of Denny Grote and Crazy 8. Denny was the first puller in the class. Our option puller decided not to exercise his option. He thought that was good enough, and so far it has been. Total of 24 of our light limited pro stocks here this evening. All right, here comes Tristan Myers, rambunctious, Fawcett, Missouri. Oh, he had a head of steam in there at the very end, got underneath his turbocharger.
Want to go to the results here. The modified tractor division brought to you by Van Z Enterprises. Top 5 in the class. 5th goes to Justin Gallion with a lot of dirt. The Sweet Pain Machine out of Larchwood, Iowa. Craig Almer was number 4. In the 3rd spot is Wayne Longnecker with the River Rat. Donald Nelson, the Twisted Whip, goes number 2 at 305.88.
And the distance for Tristan Myers, 301.46. 301 feet, .46, which will move him into the number 2 spot.
Once again, Donald Nelson went number 2 on the Twisted Whip. And number 1 was Cameron Neves and the Cotton Candy Machine out of McAdoo, Texas.
Hey, if I can direct your attention down here to the Case IH winner circle, I'm standing here with the winner of our modified class, Mr. Cameron Neves out of McAdoo, Texas. And Cameron, I'm curious, when you got out here, it looked like you let out of it there right at the end. Were you having problems, or did you just decide, well, that's ought to be enough to get it done?
I hate to say this, I thought it was enough to get it done.
And you forgot you had a tractor behind you?
Yes, I did.
Well, everybody has their moments, but it worked out for you, Cameron. Congratulations on winning this modified class sponsored by Van Z Enterprises here tonight.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Yeah, big congrats to Cameron Neves. Looking good here in 2021, making it look really easy out there. Pro stock tractors. First puller is Scott Jensen, high compression. Out of Blair, Nebraska. That is a do-over. That's a do-over.
And on our east side, Mike Masonbrink. Mike Masonbrink with Inches Matter out of Gretna, Nebraska. This is the tractor that was number 3 in our points at the conclusion of our 2020 season.
All right. He is the first puller, but he gets one more shot because he did not break 100 foot. So he can actually make a pass here and turn it down. because he did not break 100 foot. He's using that option right now. Scott Jensen. The high compression machine out of Blair, Nebraska. If I'm not mistaken, that tractor is for sale. I believe it's for sale. Actually saw it on online yesterday. I believe he'll take his option. I don't think he's going to accept that pass.
All right, over on the east side, Mike Masonbrink comes to us from Gretna, Nebraska. Inches matter on our light limited pro stocks. .327 and 83 is the distance to beat over on the east side.
Next puller on the pro stock side will be Todd Anderson, the rare breed 2. Deutz coming up in this pro stock division. For over a century, the DeKalb brand has created a legacy of incredible innovation and established a history of unmatched performance and potential in the field. DeKalb. Check them out at DeKalb.com.
And we're still waiting on the distance on the east side for Mike Masonbrink. Inches matter from Gretna, Nebraska. While we're waiting on that, I wanted to let you know they're going to sell the tickets for about another hour. We're going to make the drawing about 9 o'clock for the Let's Pool Together, trying to raise money to get a new pool right here in Rock Valley, Iowa. Trying to raise $1.5 million. They're already over $1 million. Now, tonight's 50-50 so far. They've already raised over $4,000. So half the pot. If you win tonight, your portion would be over $2,000 right now. And we're going to sell tickets for another 45 minutes to an hour here. So 309 feet, .20. Tracks east side track, 309.20. That'll put Mike Masonbrink in the number 2 spot. And that right there, Forever Red from Dunlap, Iowa, Jerry Hannigan on our light limited pro stocks.
Froggy from Frosted Frog Coolers is out passing out some goodies. If you want some goodies from Frosted Frog, make some noise. Frosted Frog, the coolest coolers on the planet. Check them out at frostedfrog.com. Check out the next pro stock, Todd Anderson, the rare breed Deutz coming up.
And Forever Red, east side, Jerry Hannigan goes 300.11, 300 feet, .11, puts him in the number 4 spot.
Do we have any Deutz fans here tonight? Deutz, engineered and built in Germany. The power plants in the sleds, in the Ironman sleds, are the same power plants like the one in this Deutz tractor, the rare breed Todd Anderson. Out of Lehigh, Iowa. All right, got to have to give it another shot here. Air-cooled Deutz diesel power plant. Cody Yarrick's on deck. Gary Porter in the hole.
On our light limited pro stock sled, Brady Gosler, spare time at a Ute, Iowa. Crazy 8 continues to lead. Denny Grote, 327 and 83.
Here we go, Todd Anderson out of Lehigh, Iowa. Rare breed, Deutz, got to make it happen this time. Not going to happen for him. You can hear the exhaust note. It was not clean. Might have an injection pump problem. Back to the drawing board. We'll see him back tomorrow night. Some heavy hitters coming up behind him. We're going to get some tractors down the track here in this pro stock class.
All right, green flag over on our east side, our light limited pro stocks. Brady Gosler out of Ute, Iowa. Here comes spare time. Nice run there for Brady Gosler. Spare time. He goes 3:10 and 12. 3:10.12. 3:10 and 1-2. That'll put him into the number 2 spot. Currently our runner-up.
Cody Yarrick getting backed up to the sled out of Rich Hill, Missouri. 26-year-old Cody Yarrick. Tractor's called Gone. Pro stock. This pro stock class brought to you by Rock Valley Tractor Parts. Oh, how about it? Just like the name of the tractor, Cody Yarrick was gone. Give a round of applause. Nice hook.
On the east side, backing in the sled from Keswick, Iowa, the unknown Chris Bates.
Correction on the class sponsor, Extreme Performance and Tire Cutting, sponsoring the Pro Stock Division tonight. Extreme Performance and Tire Cutting. Rock Valley Tractor Parts sponsored the Diesel Super Stock Division. Cody Yarrick goes 351.75. 351.75 sets the bar in this Pro Stock class.
Right there out of Keswick, Iowa, the unknown Chris Bates on our light limited pro stock sled. And Chris goes 3:15.50, 315 feet, .50, which will put him currently in our runner-up spot, in our number 2 spot. Nice hook there for Chris Bates out of Keswick, Iowa.
Super clean, super easy, super fast, super clean. Check out all Super Clean cleaning products at superclean.com. Lots of great products, wheel cleaner, degreasers. They have foaming degreasers. Try Super Clean on your barbecue grill. Pick up a bottle today. Find more information at superclean.com. Next puller, one of our young guns, 21-year-old, Gray Porter. The G team, tractor's called Gangrene, out of Mercer, Missouri. Last hook for this tractor was Saturday night, 2 weeks ago, in White Wright, Texas, where this tractor with Gray at the controls won the class. 13 short days ago. 2019 points champion in the class. Gray behind the wheel has 2 brothers. His dad, Gary. All 4 of them, their names first names start with G. We call them the G team. And the tractor is called Gangrene. He just watched Cody Yarrick lay down one heck of a pass with Gone. 3:51, 3:51.75 the mark to beat. Got into some rough stuff over on that left side, but looks like he may have got ahead of Cody Yarrick.
And on our east side, looking for the young buck, Mitch Larson out of Viborg, South Dakota. This was our winner in Arlington, Nebraska here a few weeks ago. Right there from the young buck, Mitch Larson out of Viborg, South Dakota. And he goes 3:06.51 to put him in the 5th place spot over on the east side. 3:06.51 for Mitch Larson and the young buck.
Gray Porter goes 3:67.65 on the Gangrene machine for the lead. Pushes Cody Yarrick back into the number 2 spot. Next tractor coming out is Kyle Karstens. Out of the Sunflower State, out of Kansas, tractor called Lotta Green. Little insight into this heavy pro stock division. These tractors weigh 10,000 pounds, the heaviest class in all of the outlaw classes. 680 cubic inch limit. They are allowed to run aftermarket component chassis. All the tractors must run the same turbocharger. It is a box turbocharger, meaning every turbocharger is exactly the same. on every tractor in this class. It's a 5-inch inlet Weimer turbocharger from Weimer Fuel Injection and Turbo. They're allowed to run 24/5, 32 tires, 1 injection pump allowed only in the class. Pro stock, 10,000 pounds. Kyle Carson's. Leroy, this tractor has gradually gotten better over the last couple of years. Every pull was a little bit better. Got to turn it up tonight to get out ahead of Gray Porter. Got to be 367.65. Kyle Karstens out of Parker, Kansas. A lot of green. He was knocking on the door. Looks to be short. Possibly could have moved into the number 2 spot, but looks a little short to overtake the mark set by Gray Porter.
Over on the east side, Roger Rui on our light limited pro stock class. Roger Rui comes to us from Herman, Nebraska, one mean farmer. This is our current points leader for 2021. He was our winner in Ravenna, Nebraska, also our winner in Manila, Iowa. Well, if he needed to get the job done tonight, needs to go in excess of 327 and change.
Looking back to the pro stock side, Kyle Carson's lot of green went to the number 3 spot behind Cody R at 339.03.
And Roger Rui on the light limited pro stock class, he goes to the number 2 spot with a hook of 318.90. Now, if you noticed on his tires, he's actually got one mean farmer there on his tires. That tractor last night, we were not able to have our 2020 banquet in 2020. We actually had our banquet last night, and Roger Rui, one mean farmer, his tractor was selected the best appearing stock tractor here last night for our 2020 season.
Good looking tractor, good team, the Rue Crew, they call it.
That's right, the Rue Crew. Once again, he goes 318.90 for Roger Rui to put him in the number 2 spot. Next up on our light limited pro stock, we're looking for Jared Hagina, Forever Green out of Hurley, South Dakota.
Next tractor in the pro stock division, young man out of Nordheim, Texas. Came out last season, brand new tractor, 16 years old last season. Won here on one session last year. Ended up winning the points title in this pro stock class with the Outlaws. Last night, he was awarded Rookie of the Year for 2020. Best appearing tractor in the pro stock division in 2020. Connor Metting getting a lot of accomplishments in at the young age of 16. Tractor's called the Bull Wagon. In this session, 1 year ago, this tractor won this class with young Connor Metting at the wheel, took 2nd place on the Saturday night session, won the Rock Award here last year as well.
And the only one to beat him on Saturday night was his father with a bulletproof buck.
And he had a monster pass Saturday night too. Seen that in a lot of highlight reels. Won 2 weeks ago tonight on the Friday night session at White Wright, Texas. Connor Metting. Nordheim, Texas, John Deere calls it the Bull Wagon. Ramos. Connor Manning comes up short, 362.23, moves into the number 2 spot. Gray Porter going to hang on to the lead at 367.65.
Light limited pro stock side from Hurley, South Dakota, Forever Green, Jared Hagana. Coming into tonight, he was tied for number 7 in points for our 2021 polling season. 279.28, 279 feet, .28. Over on our east side, 279.28. Puts him in the number 11 spot.
Next bowler on the pro stock side. Going to be Kyle Pedley out of Ocheyedan, Iowa. John Deere called the wide loose steer. Kyle Pedley, the wide loose steer. Kyle Pedley getting after it, a lot of speed at mid-track. Does not look to be enough. Not from my vantage point, anyway.
On our light limited pro stock side, Hard Luck, Don Becker, Centralia, Kansas, same hometown as the Big Temptation and Little Temptation. Here comes Don Becker with Hard Luck. Having just a little bit of hard luck indeed over there on the east side tonight. 284 feet, .87, 284 and 87 for Don Becker out of Centralia, Kansas.
Kyle Pedley, the wide loose steer, goes 351.83. Good enough for the number 3 spot.
Folks, you got about a half hour left, 30 minutes left to buy them tickets for the 50-50 for the Rock Valley Pool. Let's pool together. As of about 15 minutes ago, they had already raised over $4,000 for tonight. So if your ticket is drawn, you get half of that. Your share would be $2,000. We're going to draw 2 tickets. The second ticket drawn gets a loaded Frosted Frog cooler loaded with soda and icy pops. What's the word I'm looking for? The freezer pops. There we go. We're going to be drawing that at 9 o'clock tonight. So $20 gets you an armload of tickets there for Let's Cool Together, benefiting the Rock Valley Pool Project.
Steve Cavan driving the high compression John Deere. This is his option hook. Got to make it count this time. Got his work cut out for him for sure. Gray Porter sitting in the lead at 367.65, 367.65 feet. Rough ride, cowboy. 60-30 John Deere high compression, Steve Cavan.
On our light limited pro stock sled, Ground Force from Arlington, Nebraska, Tim Dunklow. Tim Dunklow finished number 2 in our points last year, currently sitting number 7 for our 2021 polling season. Frosty, the Frosted Frog, down there trying to help Tim Dunklow down the track. Tim goes 3:10 and 93, 3:10.93, which will unofficially put him in the number 4 spot right now. 3:10.93 for Tim Dunklow, Ground Force out of Arlington, Nebraska.
Next puller coming up, pro stock. Tony Workman. Out of Montgomery City, Missouri. International called Tapped Out. Coming off a win about a month back in Ravenna, Nebraska.
Speaking of Montgomery City, Missouri, Outlaw will be making a stop there July 23rd.
Workman's helping out with that show there in Montgomery City. You want to find that full Outlaw schedule, go to outlawpulling.com. Check us out at Outlaw Pulling on Facebook or Instagram, or download the Outlaw Pulling app. Find out that full 2021 schedule. We're just getting things underway here in the 2021 season. A lot of pulling coming up here in the next few months.
Hey, we're going through the stands right now. We're over on the east side selling our 2021 Outlaw Truck and Tractor Pull souvenir calendar books, $5. It's got all of our class winners, got hundreds of color photos in there. $5 gets yourself a 2021 Outlaw Truck and Tractor Pulling Association souvenir calendar book.
Tony Workman looking down track at green flags, going deer hunting, coming after Gray Porter, tapped out.
Get it.
On our light limited pro stock sled from Ravenna, Nebraska, the dark horse Brad Zeck backed into the sled. All right, Brad Zeck, the dark horse, Ravenna, Nebraska.
Tony Wordman, the tapped out machine went 332.7, 332.70.
And on our light limited pro stock side, 293.73 for Brad Zeck. And the dark horse, 293.73. That currently puts him in the number 12 spot.
Doug Sabatka out of Diagonal, Iowa. John Deere called Let's Go getting lined up. Took second here in 2018 on the Saturday night session with the Let's Go John Deere. Doug Sabatka, let's go. Doug Sabatka knocking on the door.
On our light limited pro stock side, Johnny Be Good, Brad Lundell out of Kyron, Iowa. Right there for Johnny Be Good. Now, Ron, I fully expected you to be singing Go, Go, Johnny, Go as it was going down the track.
I was just thinking of that, actually. You read my mind. I was singing it in my head. Doug Sabatka, the Let's Go Pro Stock went 343.75, moved into the number 5 spot.
And on our light limited pro stock sled, Brad Lundell and Johnny Be Good, he goes 318.19. That's good enough to put him in the number 3 spot. 318 feet, .19. No.
2019 points champion at the line here. Clint Metting out of Nordheim, Texas. We watched his son go down the track here a few tractors back.
Tractor originally put together by Lance Little from Tuscola, Illinois, from Tantrum Enterprises.
Currently number 2 in points to span 1 here in the Saturday night session last season. Clint Metting, Nordheim, Texas, the Bulletproof Buck. Cross-track and goes from the left to the right side, avoids all the rough stuff, and it may have paid off for him. As it looks like that VP leader flag may have to advance down the track. Had to be. The mark set by Gray Porter.
On our light limited pro stock sled, Greg Lucetto, Arclight out of Bridgeport, Nebraska.
Clint Metting comes up short, moves into the number 3 spot, 361.58.
I think that's our first look at a McCormick tractor here this weekend. And Greg Lucetto, 269.74, 269 feet, .74 with Arclight, 269.74. Greg Lucetto out of Bridgeport, Nebraska. Next up on our light limited pro stock sled, looking for Bruce King, Little War Wagon, also out of Nebraska, Osmond, Nebraska.
I think watching Clint Metting, he saw some of the tractors down on the left side.
All right, the Little War Wagon out of Osmond, Nebraska, Bruce King. And the Little War Wagon lays down a pass of 261.25. 261 feet, 0.25 for Bruce King, the Little War Wagon of Osmond, Nebraska. Total of 24 light limited pro stocks. We have seen 19 of them. 5 to go. Lucas Sievertson, Grandpa's Dream, Manila, Iowa. You're up next, followed by Mike Hargens, Wild Side. Andrew Meister, the dirt slinging demonstrator. Justin Hoffman with Tractor. And we'll wrap up the class with Molly Edmister, Never Say Never. That is how we will conclude our light limited pro stock class.
Farmers, protect your most valuable investment. Your seed treatments need to be protected by AgroShield. AgroShield helps crops fulfill their genetic potential in the field. Check them out at their website, agro-shield.com, agro-shield.com. AgroShield seed treatments.
Hey, you got about 10 minutes left. You got about 10 minutes left to buy them tickets to benefit the pool project. Let's pool together. $20 gets you an arm length's worth of tickets. And the pool, as of about a half hour ago, was over $4,000. If we can have somebody from that group come up here, we got some people in the announcer stand that wants to buy some tickets. So we're going to make that drawing here about 9 o'clock. So, all right, back in the sled on the east side, our light limited pro stocks. Lucas Sievertson, Grandpa's Dream, Manila, Iowa. Update on the pool. It's up over $5,000. If we could draw your number, you're going to take home over $2,500 tonight.
Here we go. Wampus Cat, Greg Jager. Out of Hazard, Nebraska. Greg Jager, the Wampus Cat, out of Hazard, Nebraska, gave it a go. Comes up short.
On our light limited pro stock sled, Grandpa's Dream out of Manila, Iowa, Lucas Sievertson. Beautiful looking John Deere 7930 out of Manila, Iowa. We just pulled at Manila here last week on our outlaw circuit. 304.91, 304 feet and 91 for Grandpa's Dream. Lucas Sievertson. That'll put him in the top 10. That'll put him in the number 9 spot with 4 tractors left. Our light limited pro stock class, proud to have Dual Contracting as our class sponsor.
Wampus Cat goes 290.43, currently in the number 9 spot in this pro stock class.
We have got a busy week of pulling next week. Of course, we're here tomorrow for 2 more sessions. And then next week, Thursday night, Ottawa, Iowa. Friday night, we're in Troy, Missouri. And then Saturday night, we're both in David City, Nebraska and Marthasville, Missouri. You can find all of our polling dates on outlawpolling.com, or better yet, just download the app. The app is free.
Rodney Davison getting back up to the sled on the pro stock side. International out of Cosby, Missouri. Going to have to put the hammer down. Gray Porter still in the lead. That gangrene John Deere sitting comfortably at 367.65 feet. We got any international fans here tonight? International people, help him out. Rodney Davison. Red Iron. Now, you John Deere people just hush.
On our light limited pro stock side, back into the sled, the dirt slinging demonstrator. Excuse me, wild side, right? All right, wild side over on the light limited pro stock from Schleswig, Iowa. This is Mike Hargens. The distance continues to beat 327.83 over on the east side. And he goes 316.55, 316 feet and 55, which will put him in the number 4 spot with 3 tractors to go, with 316.55 for Mike Hargens and the wild side out of Schleswig, Iowa. Okay, so 3 tractors left on the east side. Andrew Meister, the dirt slinging demonstrator. Justin Hoffman from Dunlap, Iowa. And then we'll wrap up the class. Molly Edmister, Never Say Never, from Bennington, Nebraska. We are going to have Frosty the Frosted Frog draw out the 2 tickets for the pool benefit, the Let's Pool Together. And as I mentioned, right now the pot is over $5,000. So your portion would be over $2,500. That's for the first ticket that we draw out. The second ticket we draw out, you will get that loaded Frosted Frog cooler. All right, the dirt slinging demonstrator from West Point, Nebraska.
Pro Polar Tires, official sponsor of the Outlaws in this 2021 season. All the power in the world means absolutely nothing if if you don't have traction. Got to have traction to get that power to the ground. ProPolarTires.com.
Danny Grody continues to lead with the Crazy Eight. Here comes the dirt slinging demonstrator, Andrew Meister, West Point, Nebraska. He's going to be down there in the money. I don't think he got the job done, but beautiful run there for the dirt slinging demonstrator.
Fair Valley Performance and Repair, the light limited pro stock sponsor with the Outlaws. Fair Valley Performance and Repair, diesel fuel injection and turbocharger service for stock and high performance applications. FVPDiesel.com.
And the dirt slinging demonstrator, Andrew Meister out of West Point, Nebraska, goes 3:13 and 80, 3:13.80, which will put him into the number 6 spot with 2 to go. At the conclusion of our light limited pro stock class, we will go to our 4-wheel drives. Total of 12 4-wheel drive trucks here this evening.
We got any Alice Chalmers fans? Alice Chalmers fans, make some noise. Cody Scheibe, Sedalia, Missouri, the AC Express. Oh, started off there and something went wrong, and he said, nope, I'm going to pull back on the throttle. We're going to try this again before I get to that 100-foot mark.
If I was a betting man, Ron, I would say that was too tall of a gear. I'd say he's going to be back to the start line and try a different gear.
Leroy, did you ever play Frogger as a kid on the video games?
Absolutely. Who didn't play Frogger?
Well, he put a joystick in the big hole, and he needs to drop down one.
There you go.
He needs to go a little slower, Ron. This track is taking power. I was down there flipping dirt up like LeBron James does with the chalk. Tomorrow night, we got you a costume.
I don't know about that.
On our light limited pro stock sled, Justin Hoffman from Dunlap, Iowa. He's our next to last puller. Denny Grody, who was the very first hook in the class, continues to lead at 3:27.83.
Here we go. Going to run the pro stock. Once again, got to make it count this time. Cody Scheibe, Sedalia, Missouri, the AC Express. Not happening for Cody Scheibe. That is AGCO Alice machine tonight. Back to the drawing board. Try again tomorrow night. Need a pull off on the pro stock side.
And green flag on our light limited pro stock, Justin Hoffman, Dunlap, Iowa. He kept it over here on the right side, over here on the west side of the track. We'll see if that paid off for him. Justin Hoffman, Dunlap, Iowa. .315 feet, .87, 315 and 87, which puts him in the number 5 spot with just one tractor to go over on the east side on our light limited pro stocks. Molly Edmister, Never Say Never, out of Bennington, Nebraska. She will be our final hook in our 8,500-pound light limited pro stocks. Never Say Never, currently number 9 in our points.
You know what you're digging out? Yes, sir. Got it. At least somebody got this thing figured out. Hey, Connie, you want to smell it? Is that close? I got one last year. Yeah, but this is all new and shiny. I don't like red. Is it red for the bar? Blue for the bar. There you go.
Once again, want to thank local sponsors. Extreme Performance and Tire Cutting, sponsor of the Pro Stock Tractor Division. Also, Weimer Fuel Injection and Turbo. All the tractors in this Pro Stock class running that box turbocharger from Weimer. 5-inch Weimer box turbocharger.
I have been told all the tickets, 100% of the tickets were sold for tonight. No more tickets to be sold. It's not that they're cutting off the sales. They just don't have any more tickets to be sold. They're counting the money right now. As soon as they're done counting the money, we will be making a drawing. Frosty the Frog will be making the drawing.
Sold over 8,000 tickets. 8,000 plus another.
Bill Barrett, the Red Zone. Case IH fans, help him out. Bill Barrett, the Red Zone, Case IH out of Ravenna, Nebraska. Not going to get down track where he needs to be. Gray Porter still hanging on in the top spot.
Well, we saved the best for last in our first class over on our east side in our naturally aspirated two-wheel drive trucks. Are we going to do the same here in our light limited pro stocks? Our final hook, Molly Edmeister. Molly Edmeister, Never Say Never from Bennington, Nebraska. I don't think that will get it done tonight. It looks like our option puller, Crazy 8, Denny Grody, made the best decision by not exercising his option. And Molly Edmeister goes 294.93. 294.93.
One tractor to go in this heavy pro stock division. Daniel Ridenour, the dirt slinging deer. He's out of Monette, Missouri. Denny Grody, we need you in the winner's circle at the end of the track. Denny Grody. Gray Porter sits in the number 1 spot. If he hangs on. He will have won 2 outlaw events in a row with the Gang Green tractor. Daniel Rittenauer out of Monette, Missouri, down in southwest Missouri. Driver of the Dirt Slinging Deer. Spots a sled on the far left side. Let's see if we're going to have some cross-track action going here. If he tries to hug that line and get through those rough spots. Got to beat 367.65 to win it. Doggone it, he was trying the cross-tracking, but got too steep an angle. I knew he was in trouble when I seen him coming over here hard within the first 100 feet. Goes out of bounds. Don't even have to wait for the track officials to make that call. You can see the chalk on that back tire. That is automatic disqualification for Daniel Rittenauer.
And I think we might need some assistance. Some of those people sitting in the front row might need help getting the back chairs extracted. Some of them may have sucked up them back chairs, but the class that just completed over on our East track, our light limited pro stocks, we had a total of 24 of them. Let's go 10th place on up, shall we? 10th place goes to Mike Masonbrink, Inches Matter. Number 9, Brady Gosler with Spare Time. Number 8 tonight, Tim Dunklow, Ground Force. Andrew Meister, the Dirt Slinging Demonstrator, number 7 this evening. Chris Bates finished number 6 with the Unknown. And now our top 5. 5th place, Justin Hoffman. 5th place, he goes 3, 1, 5, and 87. Mike Hargens with Wildside. He goes number 4 tonight, 3, 16, and 55. Johnny Be Good, Brad Lundell, number 3 at 3, 18, and 19. Roger Rui, One Mean Farmer. He's our runner-up tonight, 318.90. And our winner, he was our option puller, very first puller in the class. He decided to keep us hooked. It was a great idea. Denny Grody, the Crazy 8, he wins our light limited pro stocks with a winning pass of 327.83. And he is down in the winner's circle with our Josh Runyon.
Hey, I'm down here with Denny Grody, the winner of that light limited pro class over there, tractor he calls Crazy 8. Denny, you were the first hook out there. What were you thinking after that pass? Did you think it would be enough, or did you contemplate coming back?
No, I didn't think it'd be enough. That was a big class, a lot of good tractors in it. Usually first hook don't work out that way. Sometimes better to be lucky than good.
Well, you had to stand down here and watch every one of them run after you, but at the end of the night, it was enough to take the win in the dual contract and sponsored light limited pro stock class. Congratulations on behalf of the Outlaws, Case IH. We'll be looking for you again tomorrow, Denny.
Thank you much. Thank you.
All right. Correction, that last tractor was not the final tractor of the class. Got the red iron machine. Rodney Davison out of Cosby, Missouri, dropped back in the class. This is the final tractor in the pro stock class.
And then we're going to give away some money, Ron.
We'll give away some money, but we might have to wait because we're trying to get a broken tractor off the track here.
Exactly. So we're going to give away $2,900. We raised $5,800 tonight, folks. So half of that, $2,900 is going to go. We're going to draw the ticket. While we're waiting, let's just do it now. We're waiting to get this tractor off. I don't know where Frosty the Frog went. I'm going to reach in here. I'm going to mix them up. It is a white ticket. A white ticket. The number for $2,900, 011080. It's a white ticket. White tickets matter. 011080. Our first puller on our four-wheel drive trucks, Murray Thornton, the Thumper out of Bedford, Iowa. $011-080. That is the winning ticket. $5,800 was the pot. You get $2,900.
Modified four-wheel drive time. We got any Ford fans here tonight? Ford people, make some noise.
And that's how we start our class. He is our option puller, and that is the Thumper from Bedford, Iowa, Murray Thornton. That tractor was, or that truck, I should say, was number 2 in points last year. Currently sitting number 5 in points for our 2021 season.
Here we go, Rodney Davis and Red Iron. Not going to get it done tonight, folks. We'll give you the rundown of the class here in just a moment. The one thing is for certain, Gray Porter is going to win it. Gray Porter, start making your way down to the winner's circle. Top 10 Pro Stock Tractors. In the 10th spot, Greg Jager with Wampuscat. Bill Barrett in red zone goes 9th. Tony Workman in tapped out comes in the number 8 spot. Kyle Karstens goes 7th. Doug Sabatka and Let's Go in the 6th spot. Cody Yarrick gone is number 5. In 4th is Kyle Pedley with the wide loose deer. Clint Metting, the Bulletproof Buck, goes number 3. Connor Metting, the Bull Wagon, goes number 2. And number 1 is Gray Porter out of Mercer, Missouri with Gang Green. Ladies and gentlemen, give a round of applause to our Pro Stock Tractor division.
And over on our east side, on our modified four-wheel drive trucks, Murray Thornton has exercised his option and will drop to the bottom of the class, or drop to 6th. Did he drop into 6th, I believe? Drop into 6th. So he turned down his hook. So no official distance on our modified four-wheel drive trucks. That class is sponsored by Zyger Cat, Zyger Caterpillar. All right, Aftershock coming out to the sled from Tyndall, South Dakota, Dave Kriz. We have a winner of our $2,900. Sharon Hoosterlid from Pierceburg, Iowa. She had the winning ticket. Sharon Hoosterlid, so we got one more ticket to draw. And that is going to be for the cooler, for the Frosted Frog cooler. But the $2,900 has been claimed. Cole, you did not win, dude. Sorry. You were close. Did you at least have a white ticket? He had a white ticket. On our modified four-wheel drive trucks, no official distance. Dave Kriz, Aftershock, backed into the sled. No cubic inch limit on these trucks. They're all naturally aspirated, running on BP racing fuel only. No superchargers, no turbochargers. All right, here comes Aftershock from South Dakota. will make our class official over there. 309.20, 309 feet, .20 for Dave Kriz and Aftershock out of Tyndall, South Dakota.
Want to thank Diesel Performance Engineering. Agricultural, automotive, industrial, heavy duty, and performance. Diesel Performance Engineering. 1-877-4-REW. 1-877-4-REW.
All right, if I can have your attention down here at the Case IH Winner's Circle, I'm down here with Gray Porter, winner of the 10,000-pound Pro Stock Tractor class, sponsored by Extreme Performance and Tire Cutting. Gray, you were the third hook out tonight. Took a little bit different line than the first two. What'd you see on the track that made you go over there?
Oh, that wasn't planned. I was wanting to stay to the right side. It looked a little smoother over there. And tractor wanted to go left today, so I just let it go over there, and it worked out, I guess.
Yeah, sometimes it's better to be lucky than good. I guess it's worked out for you. You've won the last two hooks out. Congratulations on the win here tonight.
Thank you. I really appreciate it. I want to thank all the sponsors here and all the fans for coming out, and the crew at home for getting the tractor ready and making sure everything is ready to roll.
Well, Gray, we look forward to tomorrow to see what you got for them. I'm sure everybody will be running after you. On behalf of the Outlaw, Kate Schaefer's Oil, congratulations. We'll see you tomorrow.
Thank you very much.
Congratulations to Gray Porter, a winner of that Pro Stock class. He's one of our young guns with the Outlaws, 21 years old. 2 wins in a row, back-to-back wins with the Outlaws here. One in Whitewright, Texas 2 weeks ago, and here tonight.
All right, backing in the sled on our Pro Modified four-wheel drive trucks. Nick Christensen, Nut and Honey out of Cumberland, Iowa. Get your 50-50 tickets out. Again, we've got a winner of the money, but we're going to give away that Frosted Frog at the conclusion of this poll. The ticket has been drawn. This time it's a blue ticket for the Frosted Frog cooler.
Been a Ford show so far in this class.
And right there for Nick Christensen, Nut and Honey out of Cumberland, Iowa. And Nick lays down a pass of 306.28, 306 feet and 28. 306.28. All right, bring out your tickets. The blue ticket for the Frosted Frog Cooler, 259-470. 259-470 for that loaded Frosted Frog Cooler. If you've got that ticket, come up here to the announcer stand. Blue ticket 259-470. All right, once again, Nut and Honey. He goes 306.20. Excuse me, 306.28. 306.28. The Wild Child, Darren Kriz, a 1998 Ford Ranger. You're up next.
Folks, don't forget, we'll be pulling here tomorrow at 12:30 for our second session, and tomorrow night at 6 p.m. for the third and final session of the 2021 Thunder in the Valley. Come back tomorrow, pay $25 for an adult for all day for both sessions. Adult ticket will cost you $25 for the whole day tomorrow. Once again, that blue ticket for the Frosted Frog Cooler,
470. 259-470. We'll give you about another 10 minutes. If you don't come up to claim your cooler, we will draw another ticket.
We're running four-wheel drive pickups on both tracks. Modifieds already underway. Pro stocks just getting started. This is Kyle O'Mara, the Lucky Leprechaun Chevrolet. Ouch. That hurt. Here we go. Might have broken, got her down the track. Is the first puller, is the option puller. Can turn it down if he so chooses, the Lucky Leprechaun. Might turn that one down. A little rough start on that. He can turn it down, delete that distance, and come back to the number 6 spot.
Our current leader on the east side is Dave Kriz with Aftershock. Here is Darren Kriz with Wild Child. A 1998 Ford Ranger from Tyndall, South Dakota. Darren Kriz and the Wild Child.
Kyle O'Mara on the pro stock pickup side, going to drop that hook, not going to keep it. First puller has that option. That pull, whatever it was, that distance is the lead, and the next pull is the one that counts.
And Darren Kriz goes 301.52, 301 feet, .52, which will put him in the number 3 spot.
We're running four-wheel drive pickups on both tracks. Some differences in these classes. In the modified division, of course, the obvious difference, the tires, the size of the engine. There's no cubic inch limit in the modified side. The pro stocks have a cubic inch limit of 485. The tires are DOT tires, street legal, have to have a DOT stamp on them. Can't be any taller than 33 inches, can't be any wider than 12 and a half. The block must be cast iron. The heads cannot be hemispherical heads. It can be aluminum, but no Hemi heads allowed. No fuel injection, no superchargers, no turbochargers, just one single Holley carburetor, and it's got to burn gasoline. The gasoline of choice in this class is VP Racing Fuels Q16, 116 octane oxygenated racing gas from VP. The engine and sheet metal must match. If it's a Chevrolet truck, it must have a Chevrolet engine, Ford truck, Ford engine, etc. The modified class does not have that rule. They can run whichever engine they'd like. They can run a Ford and a Chevy, or a Dodge and a Ford, whatever they so choose.
And we do have our Frost and Frog winner, Ron, Brent Paddock, Mound City, Kansas. Very familiar name.
Limited pro stock puller. This is Al Ferguson, the Four Seasons Gambler out of Adrian, Missouri. This truck used to be a modified four-wheel drive, pulled into modified class with the Outlaws with Josh Mazier behind the wheel. Ferguson, the Four Seasons Gambler, making a pass up the right side, hugging that right boundary line.
On our east side, Risky Business back into the sled. Joe Claypool, this was our champion in our points for 2020. Not only were our points champion for our 2020 pulling season, they were our Saturday night winner last year at Thunder in the Valley. We're talking about Risky Business, Joe Claypool from Macon, Missouri, doing the drive in this evening.
Al Ferguson, Four Seasons Gambler, goes 286.33, 286.33 over here on the Pro Stock pickup side.
And on the modified four-wheel drives, Joe Claypool, Risky Business, goes 294.09. Put him in the number 4 spot, 294.09.
On the Pro Stock side, we got any Dodge fans here tonight? Where's my Mopar folks? Man, you could have heard a pin drop, except one gal up here, she's wearing a Ford hat. I don't know why, but. This is Nicole Strange. The Sin Wagon Dodge. Lady behind the wheel. Ladies, you got to help her out. All right, correction. This is Gerald Snyder and the Sin. Gerald Snyder in his Dodge. Snyder, the Snyder Dodge, making a nice hook. We did reset the sled. The sled has been reset. He was the first puller.
On our East track, Josh Major, Unfinished Business out of St. Joseph, Missouri, coming off a win at Manila, Iowa last week in June. Feet the distance to beat. And he goes 3:01.68. 3:01.68 to put him in the number 3 spot for Josh Major, Unfinished Business. Josh Major in Unfinished Business, our current points leader for our 2021 polling season, goes 3:01.68 to put him in the number 3 spot.
Ibbott Farm and Custom Manure Hauling sponsoring this Pro Stock four-wheel drive division here tonight. We restarted the sled after the first 2 trucks. Those first 2 trucks will be coming back. Gerald Snyder was officially our first puller. Gerald Snyder, the Snyder Dodge, goes 288.61. This is Brent Stamps with the Troublemaker. Troublemakers Chevrolet going to move into the lead with that hook. .306.46, 306.46 feet. Give a round of applause. That is your new leader.
And over on our East track, on our modified four-wheel drive trucks, we've already seen him once in this class. We're talking about Murray Thornton and the Thumper. He was our option puller. Now he decided to exercise his option and drop to the number 6 spot. We're going through the crowd once again on the east side, selling our 2021 souvenir Outlaw Truck and Tractor Pull books. All right, here comes Murray Thornton and the Thumper. Spencer in right there. Those souvenir calendar books, $5 a piece, folks. It's got all the pictures of our points winners from our 2020 pulling season. Also, all of our pulling dates for our 2021 Thunder in the Dirt pulling series presented by Case IH. 306.40. So he did improve his distance. His first distance that he turned down was 304.16. So he turned that down. He comes back with a 306.40, which will currently put him in the number 2 spot. And of course, we're talking about Murray Thornton and the Thumper from Bedford, Iowa.
All right, this is the truck I announced a couple trucks back, a little early in the order. This is Nicole Strange in her black Dodge called the Sin Wagon. Now we've got a lady driver up here. Ladies, let her hear you down there. She's out of New Virginia, Iowa. Driving a Mopar. Want to thank Graham Tire, your tire store next door, whether it's tires for your new lawnmower, shoes for your new pickup, your daily driver, maybe for your tractor. Give Graham Tire a call, or heck, look them up online. GrahamTire.com. Your tire store next door. Listen to the RPM in this Pro Stock four-wheel drive class. They will zing these motors on this tight track tonight, probably somewhere in the neighborhood of 9,000 RPM. Some nights on a track a little bit less tacky than this one, you'll hear them turn 10,000 and above RPM. Here we go. Lady driver, help her out. Nicole Strange out of Newmarket, New Virginia, Iowa, and the Sin Wagon. Took a shot on that left side of the track. It's a little bumpy over there. Not sure I would go that direction. She took a shot over there. Looks to be short.
And on our east side, Agent Orange, Tom Byers, Watkins, Iowa, 1997 Chevrolet. Right there there for Tom Byers. Coming in tonight, sitting number 3 in our points for our 2021 bowling season. Finished number 5 in points last year. Just laid down a pass of 281.50, 281.50 for the 1997 GMC out of Watkins, Iowa. Agent Orange, Mr. Tom Byers.
Case IH tractors built for power and fuel efficiency. When and how you need it most. Case IH Agriculture offers a full range of tractors for any use, including farm work, planting, landscaping, and loading. Browse through Case IH's inventory of compact utility and multi-purpose and high horsepower tractors at caseih.com. Visit your Case IH dealer today or a test drive of a brand new AFS Connect Steiger Series Case IH tractor. First Ford we've seen over here on the Pro Stock pickup side. This is Jeff Carter out of Guthrie Center, Iowa, coming off a win 2 weeks ago in Manila, Iowa. This Ford beat the class, beat all the Chevys, the Dodges in the class. The other Fords came out on top on a tricky track in Manila, Iowa. Nicole Strange went 296.52, good enough for the number 2 spot. Lord people, let me hear you. Jeff Carter, Guthrie Center, Iowa, determination. In the neighborhood. Don't think he got ahead of Brett Stamps.
On our modified 4-wheel drive trucks, Mike Williams from Bigelow, Minnesota, and Wildwind. Dave Priz continues to lead with Aftershock 309.20, the current leader. Kept it over there on that left side on that east chalk line. Don't think it's going to get the job done tonight.
Equipment lasts longer and costs less to maintain with Schaefer's Specialized Lubricants. Check them out at schaefersoil.com. Got the reps from Schaefer's going to be, and it's a freebies out. Right at the end of one of these classes here, the Schaefer's reps are going to be walking around. Got some hats, some koozies, and some Schaefer's funnels.
And Mike Williams, he goes 284.77, 284 feet, .77. Moving to number 7 position with Wildwind out of Bigelow, Minnesota, on our modified 4-wheel drive trucks. Next up on the east side on our modified 4-wheel drive trucks, we'll be looking for Red Hot Dean Christensen out of Cumberland, Iowa.
Chevrolet at the line in this Pro Stock class. The Tater Wagon. Dave Walters. Out of Villisca, Iowa, the Tater Wagon 2 spots the sled on the right side. Got to beat 306.46 to get past the troublemaker of Brett Stamps. Oh, the Tater Wagon making a nice hook. That VP flag gets moved forward. 306.46 the mark to beat. 313.95. Dave Walters at Tater Wagon goes number 1. A lot of trucks yet to go in this class. I believe we had about 19 hooks in here.
On our modified four-wheel drives, backing into the sled from Cumberland, Iowa, red hot. This is Dean Christensen. Our modified four-wheel drive sponsored by Ziegler Caterpillar, our class sponsor for our modified four-wheel drives. And the distance for Dean Christensen, red hot, 304.56, 304 feet, 0.56. Move him into the number 4 spot with the red hot out of Cumberland, Iowa. Brian Thornton, you're up next with Backdraft from Gravity, Iowa on our modified four-wheel drives.
Kurt Van Beek meets you in the crow's nest. Alan. Here we go, Dodge time. Alan Brommel, the Wild Thing. Yeah, that didn't sound good. We're going to need a pull off.
And on our modified four-wheel drives from Gravity, Iowa, Ryan Thornton. Ryan Thornton in backdraft. Ryan has pulled with us once this year, 2 weeks ago in Manila, Iowa. Took home a 7th place finish that evening. Current leader continues to be Dave Kriz.
That's a new truck for the Thorntons right there. Now, the Thorntons are the Ford boys. They run the Ford out there, the Thumper. That truck, I think the first time they ran it down the track was 2 weeks ago in Manila, Iowa. Took a long time to finally get into it out there.
And Ryan Thornton with backdraft goes 265.40, 265 feet, .40. And that'll leave us with 2 trucks. We've got 12 of them entered in our modified four-wheel drives. We've seen 10 of them and 2 to go. And then we will move to our final class on our East track, which will be our modified two-wheel drive trucks. A total of 15 of those here this evening.
Alan Brommel, the Wild Thing, will be back. Did not get past the 100-foot mark, obviously, so we could let him pull one more time. He will drop in the class. We'll see him back. They're going to bring up the Ford of Loretta Selman, the Rat Trap. '76 Ford pickup called the Rat Trap. I'm going to try to take out the Chevrolet of Dave Walters, sitting number 1 at 313.95. A history of success starts with the consistent yield potential of DeKalb brand corn, featuring exclusive genetics, whole farm solutions, and unmatched dealer support to help you realize the future of performance. DeKalb is a proud sponsor of the Outlaw Truck and Tractor Pulling Association. Check them out at DeKalb.com. We got any Ford fans here tonight? Where's all my Ford faithful at? Here in Rock Valley, Iowa. Make some noise. Lady behind the wheel, Loretta Selman out of Garden City, Missouri. What do you think? It looks close. Looks close. Nobody's moving that leader mark.
And back into the sled on our East track, our modified four-wheel drive trucks. The Foxy Lady, Charlie Miller out of Creston, Iowa. When we started our 2021 pulling season in Dubuque, this was our winner, night number 1. Had a first place finish at Dubuque and then a 5th place finish in Manila, Iowa. Currently sitting number 2 in points for our 2021 pulling season. And we're talking about Charlie Miller from Creston, Iowa, and Foxy Lady. In excess of 3:09 and 20 to take the lead. I believe we will have a new number 1. How about 3:17.69, folks? 3:17 and 69, bumping that lead with only 1 truck to go.
Over here on the Pro Stock side, Loretta Selman moves into the number 2 spot with the Rat Trap. She went 3:10.85. The Tater Wagon hangs on to number 1. Razzmatazz coming up next. Out of Riverdale, Nebraska. Truck is part Ford truck, part Ford Bronco. Calls it Razzmatazz. Uh-oh, something in the rear end broke. Right there as he was burning it in. Front end kept pulling and the rear end said, nope, I'm done. Something in the rear end let go. Could have been a U-joint on the rear drive shaft. Could have been something inside the rear end. Ring and pinion. Possibly. Need a pull-off on a Pro Stock pickup side.
All right, our final hook for our modified four-wheel drive trucks. Stroker, Dustin Ritter out of Herman, Missouri. Once again, this class sponsored by Ziegler Caterpillar, our class sponsor for our modified four-wheel drive trucks. Our current leader, we just saw him on the last hook, Charlie Miller, Foxy Lady, went to the top of the class at 3:17.69. Dustin Ritter with a 2003 Ford F-350.
Chevrolet's in the lead on both tracks here, Leroy. Chevrolet leading the way.
Ford fans, here's your final opportunity on the east side. Help them out. Here comes Dustin Ritter. From Herman, Missouri. going to need to go in excess of 317 to knock Charlie Miller off that top spot. That was Dustin Ritter right there. And the stroker out of Herman, Missouri. How about 310.83, 310 feet and 83.
Road 2019 points champ, Keith Hammonds, having some problems. He's jumping out. He wants to look at that kill cable, wants to make sure that kill cable didn't cause the problem. He's thinking ignition, getting fuel. What happened? Had a heck of a pass going, had a lot of speed. He was heading for the parking lot. .258.58 for Keith Hammonds, the bipolar Chevrolet.
All right, on our modified four-wheel drive trucks, sponsored by Ziegler Caterpillar, we had a total of 12 of them here. 12th place tonight, backdraft Ryan Thornton, number 11, Tom Byers with Agent Orange, Mike Williams, number 10 with Wild Wind, Risky Business, Joe Claypool, number 9. Our 8th place truck, Darren Kriz with Wild Child. Unfinished Business, Josh Major goes number 7. Dean Christensen with Red Hot, number 6. And now our top 5. 5th place, Nick Christensen with Nut and Honey, 306.28. Murray Thornton with the Thumper. He goes number 4 this evening at 306.40. Dave Kriz with Aftershock. He's number 3, 309 and 20. Our runner-up tonight, Dustin Ritter, stroker, 310.83. And our winner, he started out our year with a win in Dubuque, Iowa. He picks up a win here tonight in Rock Valley, Iowa. Of course, we're talking about Foxy Lady Charlie Miller with a winning pass of 317 and 69. And I believe he's standing by with our Josh Runyon down in the winner's circle.
Leroy, thank you. I'm down here with Charlie, driver of the Foxy Lady here in the mod four-wheel drive class. Charlie, you were the next to last hook, and everybody else that was out anywhere close to you was early in the class. Did you find that ground? What'd you see on the track that made you go where you did?
The truck ahead of us didn't really spin too hard over there, and that was about the last place that nobody'd really run over there. So it was a hero or zero move, so we just moved over there, and I got lucky on the deal.
Well, it worked out when first thing you said to me was if I could have only went straight, what else would you have done differently?
Hopefully would have went further. I always like going further.
I understand. Well, Charlie, congratulations on winning the class here tonight. Look forward to seeing you tomorrow.
Clint Smeal and Tantrum out of Bennington, Nebraska comes up short. Dave Walters remains in the lead, the Tater Wagon 2.
All right, we've got 4 classes down on our east side, 1 class to go. Our final class will be our modified two-wheel drive trucks, 15 of them here this evening. Giving you a quick wrap-up of what we've accomplished so far on our east side. We started out the night, class number 1 was our naturally aspirated two-wheel drive trucks. And our winner from right here in Rock Valley, Iowa, Dustin Van Beek, the Twisted Sister, was our winner in our naturally aspirated two-wheel drive trucks. Class number 2 was our diesel super stocks. With the pass of the night, Matt Goodwin, he goes 394.
There's two types of drivers out there. Drivers who know how to protect their investment and drivers who don't. Car owners who know how to get more miles per gallon and owners who don't. We're talking people who know their Schaefer and people who don't. Which one are you? From cars to trucks to diesel workhorses, whatever you drive, there's a Schaefer synthetic oil for you. Do you know your Schaefer? Ask for it at an automotive retailer near you.
Dodge people, nice hook for DJ Lures, the Unleashed Mopar. He's in there close. Doesn't look to be enough. That is one to watch in the future, though. Pulls into the number 4 spot, 306.09, 306.09.
All right, our first modified two-wheel drive truck. Trevor Fitzsimmons out of Macon, Missouri, and Pro Designs. Coming in tonight, Trevor currently sitting number 2 in our 2021 points. One of our most popular classes on our outlaw circuit. These people have 26 events. Trevor Fitzsimmons will be our option puller. Our class sponsor for our modified two-wheel drive trucks, Agrivision Equipment. Thanks to Agrivision Equipment for hopping on board and sponsoring our two-wheel drive trucks here this evening. Trevor Fitzsimmons with Pro Designs, puller number 1, followed by Donald Nelson with Whippet, and then Dwayne Feaster, Whistle and Dixie. That's our first 3 pullers for our two-wheel drives. That's how we start our two-wheel drive truck class. Trevor Fitzsimmons, our option puller. ProDesigns.com out of Macon, Missouri. Hey, we just had a Chevrolet key fob turned into the announcer stand. No keys are on it, just the key fob. If you are missing a Chevrolet key fob, it's up here in the announcer stand.
Rommel, the wild thing out of New Virginia, Iowa. Took him a long time to put that throttle all the way forward. Yep, brand new truck, brand new driver behind the wheel. Might be one to watch here as we progress into the 2021 season.
All right, they tell us over on our two-wheel drive truck side, we're going to leave the sled set as is, and Trevor Fitzsimmons is going to take that hook. So Pro Design, Stopcom, Macon, Missouri. Trevor Fitzsimmons goes 295 and 87, 295 feet, 0.87. Donald Nelson, Cat Spring, Texas with Whippet. You're up next.
Northwoods Engineering, the heads of champion. Northwoods Engineering high performance products for tractor pullers. Check them out at northwoodsengineering.com. Pro Stock 4 before. Next puller going to be Toby Vanderpool. The chain stretcher is coming up. Train stretcher with one win on the season. Took the win Saturday night out in Ravenna, Nebraska.
Next up on our two-wheel drive sled, we're looking for Whippet. Donald Nelson out of Cat Spring, Texas. Finished number 3 in points last year, currently sitting number 9 in points. Coming into our Thunder in the Valley.
Toby Vanderpool, the chain stretcher out of Indianola, Iowa, spots the sled on the right side of the track. Currently sits number 4 in outlaw points. Dave Walters out front at 313.95. The Tater Wagon still in the lead.
All right, on the east side, Don Nelson, Whippet. Well, he had a head of steam going and lost power. Donald Nelson, Cat Spring, Texas, and Whippet.
And the first thing they're going to check is that kill cable, make sure it didn't get tangled up, pull the kill switch. These vehicles equipped with kill switches. Toby Vanderpool, the chain stretcher. Toby Vanderpool making a heck of a pass. Going to be close. It looks like that VP flag is moving. Not by much. We'll see officially what the distance is. Dave Walters at 313.95. Toby Vanderpool goes 315.27 to take the lead. Give a round of applause. The chain stretcher moves into the number 1 spot in this Pro Stock pickup class.
Need a pull-off vehicle, need a tow vehicle for Don Nelson. 216.59, 216.59 for Don Nelson and Whippet out of Cat Spring, Texas.